Hello Aquarius, welcome to your monthly tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is for the month of March 2023. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now this is going to be a general reading, and I ask you to be open and receptive to whatever's going to come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, so definitely try to connect with each card and use your own intuition to take you beyond just the details that I'm providing. The most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here we have a 7 of Swords, and this whole pile of cards just jumped right out. So we're going to use these. These are the cards that want our attention, so we're going to give it to them, and we'll see if we have enough for the whole spread. We're going to do our Dove and Serpent spread. And we're going to put this all into some context. Looks like we're a little short. So we're going to do a couple more. There we go. Now we're going to do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. And we're not going to look at this until the very end of the reading. Okay, so we're going to leave that right there. And hopefully that will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need at the end of things. So a lot of this energy was all bunched up in one little packet and wanted to kind of burst forth, okay? So, looking around, we see some majors. We see some water, air, and fire. We see some water, a little bit of earth, a little bit of earth, a little bit of water. Seems pretty balanced. Pretty balanced. There's not a tremendous amount of air energy, so I really think that this first card, the 7, is really the focus. This is really kind of the aspect of the communication that we're kind of working on this month. I'm getting this feeling like there's somebody that you really don't trust. I feel like somebody is trying to penetrate your space, right? Someone's trying to really feed you some information, and you're trying to resist because I feel like you don't trust them as far as you can throw them, okay? I feel like you're usually a very trusting person, right? You usually give people the benefit of the doubt. You usually are open to what people have to say. You trust what people tell you, right? Why do people lie? Why would people lie about things like this? And I feel like you're very open in that way. Right? I think most people in your life, they feel like they can tell you anything. They could be open and honest with you, and you'll receive that well. You'll be open and honest with them. But there's something going on this month. There's some particular person that you do not trust, and you have a very unusual suspicion about them. I'm getting this feeling, and they could have, getting a T name in there. They could have a T in their name. Getting this feeling like it's very unusual for you to mistrust someone this way. You've such a bad feeling about this person. I don't know, maybe they might be a Cancer person. We see the Chariot here in the immediate future. They might be a Cancer person. We're getting more indication of water. So maybe water sign, maybe Cancer person. I feel like there's something about them that just almost disgusts you. It's almost like you really have this bad feeling about them. And I think, well, we'll get to some of these other cards, but with the 7 here, it's definitely that they're trying to explain something to you. They're trying to plead their case. And I feel like you just are not listening. You just don't want to hear it. You got your headphones on, you're not listening. Okay? And you are this central sword. You're holding fast to what you believe. You are you're not willing to listen. You don't want to budge on this. You know something to be a fact, and nothing this person tells you is going to make a difference. Okay, I feel like this is unusual for you. I feel like you're not the kind of person that has this kind of mistrust or suspicion about people. But at the same time, I feel like you are someone who is starting to trust their instincts a little bit more. This is at the top of the path of the Dove. And this is the Princess of Cups. This is in some ways being expressed through this person, I think. As a water sign person, I think they might be a Cancer person. Through this experience, you're starting to learn that, hey, you need to listen to your gut a little bit more. You know, I think, like I said, you're generally very trusting, very open. Why would they lie? You know, you're beginning to realize through your experience with this person that people do lie. You cannot trust everyone. That you have to listen to your gut, you have to listen to your instincts, you have to listen to your spirit, your conscience, your soul, and not give everybody the benefit of the doubt all the time. Okay, I'm not advocating this kind of paranoia or mistrust of everyone. There needs to be some balance in there somewhere. Okay, and I think you're beginning to learn that through this experience. This could be the kind of defining moment in your life where you're just like, wow, I really need to start listening to my instincts a little bit more. And that's what we see also with this Seven of Swords, because this is the moon in Aquarius, right? This is you really discovering your kind of intuition, your kind of your gut feelings, right? Just the kind of sensations or this weird feeling that you have about people. In this instance, especially since we're kind of topping it all off with this Eight of Cups, this isn't just an inkling. This isn't just a little feeling. This is an outright, like, I don't like that person. They give me the willies. There's something creepy about them. There is something really wrong here. And I think you're learning you have to listen to that, okay? You have to be aware that you feel that way. It's your body, it's your soul, it's your spirit, your emotions, it's your aura trying to kind of warn you that something's off here. Okay, there's something either toxic about this situation, about this person. There's just something not right there. Okay, and I'm not trying to be an alarmist or cause any kind of paranoia. I'm just saying, listen to your instincts. Okay, I think your instincts, the way you feel about this person, about this situation, I think it's correct. Okay, from what we see here. And I think that you really don't need me to tell you that, because you feel it. You feel it in your gut, that something's not right here. In the recent past, we see a 9 of Wands here. Now, this could be recovery from some kind of an injury or an illness. I don't know if this is the beginning of your interactions with this person, or I believe there's been some event, some incident that was kind of a test of their mettle, Something happened that really showed you who this person was on the inside, showed you their true character, okay? Because this card is kind of the lunar essence down here and the solar personality outwardly, right up at the top. So this is, you saw visibly from this person in the outer world, right? You saw in a conscious, observable way who they really are inside. And I don't think you liked it. Okay, I think that is leading to really this kind of disgust we get with the Eight of Cups. So there was something that happened. There was some event, some incident, some circumstances recently where you got to see the true nature of this person. It's like their inner self, who they really are on the inside, came to the surface. And you saw it. And you didn't like it. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. I don't know what exactly that was, if it was just through some kind of an obstacle, some kind of a crisis or an emergency situation, some kind of a situation that really demanded a strength of character or demanded an honesty or some kind of integrity, and you really got to see their true colors. You really did. And that's why I think we have this Eight of Cups, this Princess of Cups. You really saw a new side of them. You saw really kind of the kind of toxicity inside of them was now out here for the world to see, and you really noticed. Okay. And beneath the surface here, we have this World or Universe card. I feel like this is someone that you've known for a long time. I feel like maybe, I don't know, maybe this is a family member, maybe this is just a friend or someone that you've been close with for a long time. because I feel like it's not just it's not as simple as just you met someone, saw someone, you don't like them, you're going to stay away. This is something that's deeper than that because it's someone that you've known a long time. So it's almost like you have to you're having this struggle with who you thought you knew all of this time, like all of these years, versus like kind of who they seem to be now. And you're wondering, was I wrong about them the whole time? Did they change? What does this mean? So there's more, it's kind of larger in scale. It's more of a cosmic problem than just simple as, well, I met you, I don't like you, we're not going to be friends. There's something more, there's a deeper implication. It's more far-reaching than that, okay? Universe, world card. So I feel like your question is kind of like, was I wrong about them the whole time? What do I do now? How do I respond to because I feel like they're trying to communicate with you. They're trying to plead their case or explain themselves or justify or rationalize, what it is that you saw or what it is that you observed. But you're not listening. Because I think you don't really at this point know how to react to this. Okay? In the immediate future, we've got this Chariot card. I feel like you're reacting by just getting the hell away from them. For one, I think with the Chariot here, you're trying to create some distance. It's almost like you've packed your bags and you're headed out the door. Okay. I still feel like this person may be a Cancer sign. They may have a T in their name. Again, I think there could be the initial T somewhere. But I feel like you now are in this mode of protecting yourself, I think as you're learning now to trust your gut and to not trust everybody else, carte blanche to do whatever they want and you give them the benefit, I think you're putting on some armor now. You're starting to learn that you have to have a little bit of protection from people out in the world. Again, I'm not trying to instill some kind of paranoia or anything like that, okay? I think it's common sense here. We have to protect ourselves. Not everyone is going to be open and honest and forthcoming with us. Not everyone is truly who we see them to be, or they aren't really who they present themselves to be all the time, okay? That's just common sense. And I don't mean anything beyond just the common sense version of that, where, we can't give everyone the trust. It's like, it's still a good idea to lock your doors at night. The neighbors are probably wonderful people. Some of them. Everyone seems great. It's still a good idea to lock your doors. That's just common sense. I think this Chariot card is you locking your doors at night now. Maybe you haven't been, I think now it's you're starting to realize the necessity of that. Okay. Now moving over to the path of the Serpent, we see some other energy here. It's not all just kind of bad news. It's not all the kind of toxicity or disgust for this person. We see your general energy, this Three of Cups. So you're not this kind of mistrusting person. It's not that you just see the worst in everyone, So if you feel this strongly about this particular circumstances, there's got to be something to it because it's not typical for you. This is out of the ordinary. Ordinarily, you're Three of Cups. You're happy. You're cheerful. You're accepting and loving. You're nurturing. You're affectionate. You open your doors to everyone. Come on in. Let's have something to eat. Let's talk. Let's play some games or, whatever people do. You're not locking your door every night. You typically, you keep your life open. You keep your heart open. You want people to come in. You love connecting with people. And I think you have a really strong intuition about that. And now you're getting this feeling, this really strong kind of other side of things, this really strong aversion, repulsion to someone. And their energy, there's something about it. And you're usually very good at picking up on the positive aspects of people. I could tell that's a good person. That's someone with a lot of love in their heart. You're good at reading people that way. Are you good at reading people the other way when someone is really not good for you or toxic or however you want to describe this, right? I don't like using so many of these kind of negative descriptors, but when you feel that kind of energy, how ready are you to listen to that? Okay. Well, I think you're getting a little bit more aware that you have to listen to the other side of this coin too. Okay. Because your typical energy, yes, is very accepting. You're very warm and welcoming, right? And I think your environment is Ten of Pentacles. There is a lot of wealth and there's a lot in your life that needs protection, right? There's a reason why we lock our doors. We've got our family in here. We've got our valuables in here, our pets, plants, people. So you have a lot of things in your life that you need to cherish, that you do cherish. This is your friends, your family. This is your own self, your own soul, your physical well-being, mental, emotional well-being. This is the Ten of Pentacles. This is literally represents everything in an objective way. This is everything in your life that you value. Okay? People, pets, plants, yourself, all of it. Right? So this is really what needs your protection. This is why we lock our doors at night. Because of these things, these not objects. I'm not objectifying our pets or whatever, but these are the things in our life, the people, the pets and plants that we cherish. These are the things in our life of value that exist in our world that we value, okay? And these need protection. These need the doors being locked, all right? And I think that's very important, and I think that is a reason why we have these instincts and this kind of conscience and this kind of this intuition about people, right? To prompt us to, hey, I better go lock the door, okay? I'm not saying that someone's going to break into your house. This is a metaphor, people, okay? But you know what I mean. And this is protecting ourselves energetically, locking the door to our soul, to our aura, okay? And finally, next, we see a couple of court cards here. We saw this Princess of Cups up here, which was, I think, pretty revealing. Now we've got a couple other court cards. First, the fears, worries, and concerns. This is the Knight of Discs. I think you're kind of worried that you're going to be a little bit too standoffish. This is you kind of feeling like, well, if I lock my doors, am I kind of overreacting? Am I being too much of a hard ass? Am I being too defensive? You know, this is your fear and worry. You're kind of concerned, like, do I really need all of these deadbolts? You know, do I really need all these locks on the door? Because then you'll feel like you are just a soldier kind of standing there protecting your valuables. And that's not the kind of life. That's not who you are. That's not the life that you want. That's not your energy. That's not your nature. But this is something I think that needs to be, you need to get over this worry a little bit. And yeah, you don't need to go to extremes where you just kind of have this suspicion about people right from the get-go. Everyone that you meet, you have this kind of suspicion of, you know. I think you have to listen to your gut. It's common sense. But this is what you don't want to become. Okay? You don't want to become this. Now, on the other side of that, we've got the Knight of Cups. So this could be this person maybe still trying to, if they can't reasonably get at you with their communication and convince you of, you know, their side of the story and plead their case, they're going to try to appeal to your emotions. Okay? They're going to try to make you feel sorry for them. They're going to try to make you pity them, or they're going to try to really play on your good nature, play on your abundance of water energy. Okay? They're going to make an appeal to emotions. They can't do it rationally. They can't do it intellectually by explaining things. They're going to try to just make you feel sorry for them. Okay? But this is you with a little bit of this fiery energy to kind of resist that, to use your own intuition, right? And be open to what's coming from within you. Okay? Being open. If you have these kind of negative feelings about someone, you need to be aware of that, and you need to take necessary steps to protect yourself energetically. You got to lock the deadbolt on your aura, you know. Let's look at the mystery card now. I think this is going to be something to balance this, because I think what I've been trying to emphasize is not just this idea that you got to lock your doors, you got to protect yourself. Ooh, scary, scary, scary. The balance between that and being open and being warm and affectionate and understanding and accepting and tolerant and inviting everybody in. There needs to be a balance there. You can still be all of this water energy, which I think this is really your nature. You're very affectionate, very warm. You love connecting with people. You love having people over. There needs to be a balance between that and you still got to lock your doors at night. Okay. So I think this is going to advise us some caution. This is going to be not just let everybody come over and, you know, put their feet on your couch or whatever. But this is also going to be saying you don't have to lock the door to everyone. You don't have to make people go through, you know, several security checkpoints just to like have a conversation with you, right? We don't need to do either extreme. So I think this card's going to talk about the caution that we've been kind of trying to emphasize. I'm thinking an 8 of discs here, okay? Showing no harsh decisions, no impulsive decisions. Use caution, you know, be smart about it, common sense. This is the common sense card, yeah. 8 of Pentacles, common sense. Don't go to extremes. You don't have to be all the way one way or the other. You got to find a balance, you know. Something that's reasonable, something that will protect yourself, keep you safe emotionally, energetically, intellectually, spiritually, and also something that's true to your nature, that's not going to limit you from the experiences that you want to have, the connections that you make in your life. So, yeah, you can have people over, you can invite people into your house. You still got to lock your doors at night. It's just common sense. It's about being cautious, but not unreasonable, not crazy with it, not extreme. You know, balance. Doing things with a lot of forethought, doing things intentionally, not just reacting to this person with just this fiery, explosive energy, but really listening to yourself and being reasonable, using your own common sense, your own judgment, and listening to yourself and not just flat out ignoring or denying this gut feeling that you have, right? This gut feeling that you have is a very solid piece of information coming in that you need to evaluate. Common sense, caution. That's this card here. And this, I think, is a really good confirmation card for the month. So, you know, it sucks that you're going through this kind of situation, but I think it's good for you. I think situations like this are what bring us closer to ourselves, closer to a deeper understanding of who we are and what our path is in life, what our work is currently, right? It's not just about this person and this situation. It's about how you feel about it, how you handle it, how you grow through it, you know? Anyway, Aquarius, we're going to do an extended. If you want to stick around, please click on the link that's right up here. You can have access to all of the extended readings for all the monthly and the weeklies that we do here as well, okay? This was your monthly tarot reading for March 2023 on Dove and Serpent Tarot.